Hyundai are currently making some exciting cars, particularly in the sporty hot hatch segment, namely due to their N division of cars. So when I was asked to test out the new i10, I thought I was in for a bit of a treat. But little did I know, the i10 I was down to drive is a classic city car. But even though Hyundai have no plans for an N version of the i10 anytime soon, I embraced in the moment and took to the helm.
If you're a regular viewer of this channel, or indeed a subscriber, you've probably noticed that this isn't the typical type of car that we've ever had on the channel before. If you're new to the channel, well, thank you for tuning in, and the chances are you're probably looking to buy this type of car, which is a four-door practical city car. It's in fact the Hyundai i10, the third generation of the Hyundai i10 that came out in 2008. And even though the i10 came really packaged up as a city car, and there's no questions very much at home in the city, I think this car for the first time is going to be very much at home also on roads like this.
This new generation is very versatile. Its new styling is designed to reflect its young spirit, so presumably it will also attract a younger audience.
The i10 is very much a European car. Its biggest market is Germany, followed by the UK, and then on to Italy. And in fact, the car's made in Turkey, which is kind of EU, still EU-ish. So there's a very much of a European feel to this car. I can't imagine anyone ever saying in America, I know the car I want to buy. It's an i10. As soon as I pass my driving test, I want to buy an i10. I don't think the marketplace is going to be too strong for it over the pond in the States. I think the first thing you've got to remember is that this is not an expensive car. This is an entry-level type car, but comparing it against a Rolls-Royce for the interior or a Ferrari for its performance is kind of not something you can do. So it's got to be relative, and I've got to get my tiny little brain to realize that this is quite literally the cheapest brand new car that we've ever had on the channel. But it actually feels quite nice. The steering wheel's leather, the gear stick's leather as well, which gives you that instant sense of a luxury sort of feeling. Everything is quite good quality. I say quite good because actually, you know what? It's very good. You got plastic on lots of the areas on the doors here, but I think you get that on pretty much any car now, unless you really go high-end luxury. But it doesn't look or feel like an inexpensive car. You look down at the dials and you'll be very happy to have them in your £50,000, £100,000 car. They're very stylish and they're very prominent as well. But of course there's plastic. I can't keep going back to that. But they've disguised it fairly well with this hexagon theme throughout, both inside and outside the car. The seats, they're okay, they're quite comfortable. You've got this bizarre armrest, very Land Rover-esque armrest. I really don't get that at all. I don't think you need that. They don't hold you in massively, but it's not a sports car that you're going to be racing around a track or smashing around the corners, although it's actually quite good fun on these open roads, on these little country roads. That could do one, because I don't get that.
The car's punching above its weight in terms of tech too. You can upgrade your tech pack for an extra £1,000 to include nav, speed warning and wireless charging, but as standard you get Hyundai's Blue Link telematics system to assist you with various aspects of control and connectivity. All very impressive, but how about the exterior looks? I think the nice thing about this is whether you like the looks or not, Hyundai have made a real effort. They've gone to quite a lot of trouble to go to detail. If you look at these headlights, for example, they've got the hexagons that run all the way through here, as they do on the DRLs, and it follows all the way through the car. On the grille here, of course, it's got some cooling that goes through it, as it has on the side as well, but there's not that much that this car needs in terms of cooling for brakes, and the tiny little brakes as well on the side of the car. But they've managed to make it look quite wide and purposeful by putting the headlights on the side, and they've done the same at the back as well. I'm not quite sure about those round DRLs, but I don't know, each to their own, I guess. This is a pretty little colour, and they've gone for the two-tone version, so they've got a black roof and the black wing mirrors as well, but that's all down to your personal choice. You can choose for a solid colour to go all the way over it as well. Apparently it's the first time an i10's ever had 16-inch alloy wheels. How about that? So normally, typically you get 15-inch, but it depends on which model you go for, and this being quite a
sophisticated model, we've got the 16-inch alloy wheels as well. And apparently, it's the first time the i10 badge has ever been on the side of the car. And it follows through here as well, that they're quite proud about. I quite like that because it means that, again, that level of detail that Hyundai have gone into. And you can see the back as well. It's really accentuated by having these lights that push right out on either side. The back looks quite chunky, very, very purposeful indeed. I think it's pretty. What about you guys? I don't know. It's more fun to drive though than stand around here and talking about it. It's interesting with Hyundai now because I think they are finally being considered as being a great producer of cars, because for a long time they were producing cars that weren't up to the mark. They weren't anywhere near as good as their European counterparts. But now, this is a car that you'll be very happy to drive. If you were on your rental car lottery and you turned up and you ordered a mini car, you'd be very happy with this for a week. For the class, for the money, this is very, very good.
The new i10 is available with two engines, a 1 litre 3-cylinder with 67 horsepower, as well as the 1.2 litre 4-cylinder with 84 horsepower that I've been driving today. Both engines are available with two transmission choices of either a 5-speed manual or a 5-speed automated manual, which is basically a manual transmission with electronic controlled clutch and gear actuators. To fit with customers' needs, manufacturers and cars have to grow and evolve in many ways, and it'd be interesting to see where this goes in coming years, and if I get my wish of a sporty little i10N, or if we end up going full EV with this model. Who knows, we may even get both.
And if you watch this video all the way to the end, take a bow, because it's not the type of video we've normally done, but maybe you enjoyed it. We want to get your feedback. Should we do more of this? Because this is very easy for us to do. It's not like a big feature where this type of video, myself or Tiff can just turn up, put a couple of cameras in the car and you're away. Because in case you haven't noticed, maybe you have consciously or subconsciously, what you see behind me now is very different to what you can see on your screen now, which was shot by the manufacturer, as all of the manufacturers do when you go to an event like this, and they provide it to you on a memory stick. But we never rely on that. But we want to do much more content this year, and if you're happy with this type of content, then we'll provide much more content. We'll still focus on the big features because that's what we love doing, and we want to do at least one big feature every single month moving forward. But this is, if you like it, let us know, and we'll do hopefully many, many more.